Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and of course we are returning to Kaiserreich Let's Play, where we're playing as the German Empire, trying to go a little bit more democratic and a little bit strategic. Now, that didn't quite work out. We've managed to break through the French lines anyway, and we're now driving deep into France, although France is by no means beaten yet. They still have a lot of divisions. They are not close to surrendering, so we'll have to see how that goes over here. But for now that's fine. We've just shifted our strategic bombers to do some damage against the UK, I thought. Didn't we have another? No, there is another bomber down here. It just needs some time to get up to speed. So yeah, we are going to see how well the strategic bombing of the United Kingdom, not Kingdom, Union of Britain, by Germany is going to work. Before we go into our game, let's take a little detour off the world and see what's going to happen, what's happening all around the world basically. So we've got the American Civil War. The combined syndicalists are probably the strongest faction down here, with probably around 150 divisions or so. American Union State about 100 or so. The Pacific States very much the weakest. We'll have to see whether we can prop them up in any way after we've done our war. I don't think there are that many wars down there in Central America, are there? I don't suppose there are. No, pretty much none, I think. So yeah, that's alright. We have got a war in the Middle East, so in the Levant. We have got... Can I get the info from you here, please? Yeah. So the Ottoman Empire is trying to regain the positioning with the Sultanate of Egypt, Tripoli, Saudi Arabia, Iran. So it's a big Middle Eastern war. We have a territory down there in the middle of this, the Suez Canal. So yeah, that is one of the big wars. Other than that, Russia is at war against a couple of its southern neighbors. They are also very much driving potentially a war against us, which is not so nice to see. The AOG, everything here seems to be fine though, so there's no big war there. India is currently fine. Australia is against in a separate war against the Fourth Commune, Third International, sorry, as well. So yeah, they are pretty much doomed. But the big question is Russia going to attack us anytime soon? I'm still extremely worried about that. So what we're trying here is to establish a stable front line. We are pretty much on this river here that flows through Orléans, and basically trying to establish a front line here, where we are simultaneously trying to push into Italy a little bit, since that is also communist. Over in the east, these are pretty much all our allies. Currently we don't have too many troops here, so that is one of the reasons why I want to finish off the French a little bit fast over here. A little bit like the historical World War I scenario actually, so that is a little bit interesting, I find. Right, let's get you down here. You know what, I think, yeah, and then circle back just so that we are getting that area. You know, you guys here, you're now part of this, as are you. So we've got 5 divisions dealing with this. I think what we can do is at least try to squeeze by that little unit there and sort of circle around it in the rear. We are also coming up in against that pocket up here. Down here they do have a lot of strength, so I'm not too sure that we can do a lot here. We're doing some little pushes here and there, but it's not really that much, so we're going to have to see. Right, we are defending over here on the western part of the Italian front against further French pushes. They have a lot of units still here in this theatre, so we need to be a little bit mindful of that. Right, okay, you've found an enemy. That means you need to withdraw there because you're not really built for that. You're just a very simple unit. You guys are down there. Well, that is fine. I would really also like to advance a little bit more strongly here and be a little bit more aggressive, guys, really. I think you can do it. So let's try to push up more aggressively over here. You know what, you guys here can just try to get into Le Mans, which is funny because I've also got prepared another setup over here because I've just seen the movie Le Mans 66, or I think in America it's called a little bit differently. I think it's called Ford versus Ferrari, so basically a racing movie, and that's why I have prepared a little let's play of Motorsports Simulator that somewhat simulates just the stuff that you do as... You know what, you guys, try to pop that guy. that tries to simulate a little bit, you know, what is happening when you do a racing, when you have a racing team. Not so much a racing simulator, just a management game. Right, but over here we are of course playing Hearts of Iron, so let's not divert too much. Okay, you are a little bit squishy over there. Let's grab two of you guys and also try to finish them off there. That's okay. They are not exposing themselves too much. They still have a couple of divisions pretty much everywhere around here, so I don't think we have the strength to push up against them too strongly. You're coming up there. That's alright, but maybe do get down there, please. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. You're trying to finish that off while these guys are attacking that guy. That's fine. We have apparently made it into Genoa, which is excellent news. Excellent news indeed. Let's try to keep a little bit momentum over here and get into La Spezia. And maybe into these mountains. This is going to be tough, but hopefully we can make it while we're pinning these guys down. These guys are a little bit low on organization, so before the two Sicilies are falling down there, I hope that we will be able to make some progress here. You know what, you try to get to Cherbourg immediately. Dominion victory in South Africa, interesting but not that much really. Right, try to get Le Mans. Nice racing track, of course. Ooh, lots of guys over there. That won't work. Good. Well, let's just try to get there. You can come up over here. Okay, you're doing this. Can you... Well, maybe you should actually be coming over here so that we are defending against these guys and not being cut off or anything. There we go. Okay, let's try to attack Brest over here with you. And you are going to pin that guy down. And that gentleman here is also going to try to go for Brest itself. Right, you can come up over here so that we are bombing all of these guys. And here we go, more French division surrendering. That is nice to see. Let's try to get to Cherbourg. And you guys just try to finish them off really. Good, yeah, nice. Good result over here. Come on. This is a little bit concerning. I think we should be a little bit stronger over here. 84%? Yeah, now it's looking better. Good. Right, and over here this is fine. La Spezia at least looks good, while this attack here doesn't really accomplish that much. Republicans win Greek referendum. The recent referendum on the future of Greek monarchy has been finally ended, with Republicans declaring victory. Greek Prime Minister announced that King Alexander would not be invited back from exile and that the country would remain a republic as the wishes. That's very historical, although it did historically happen in, I think, like the 1970s, after the coup in Greece, after the military junta. That was not that long, I think only for just like 5 years or something like that. The Greek president actually, the Greek king actually had to flee to Italy a little bit later. And then he didn't basically come back when the referendum came, so they decided against the monarchy and for something else. Right, you guys are all now down here, so that's the entire second army. First army is a little bit spread out over here. So I'm honestly somewhat happy with the positions that we have gained over here. Question is, do we want to push into France over here? I think it's a sensible thing to do. So let's grab you and let's ask you to come up to Bordeaux, Toulouse, and Clermont-Ferrand. Well, not maybe that far, maybe a little bit more like this, and then your jobs are going to be a little bit distributed differently, which is fine. And you guys can go there, so that should also be okay. Great. Right, lovely. Perfect, actually. So, you guys here are dealing with this, but maybe not enough. Where are all of these divisions coming from? There weren't that many just before. But I think we are doing fine over here. This general, I've seen her a million times now, I think. Right, over here, everything fine. We have actually made it into La Spezia, which again is fantastic, although I'm not seeing that many places where we can potentially advance into. Potentially over here, I believe, might be a choice. Let's have you come over here. You're coming there. You guys can come up over here as well. Let's actually use the railroad because you're pretty much without any organization anyway. So that should be fine, yeah. And that allows us at least to get to Florence. It would be lovely to bail that gentleman out there, but I don't think that's going to be viable. Right, so this position here is annoying me, has been annoying me for a very long time, because it does effectively extend our front lines by a very large margin. So let's bring in a lot of units here. El Salvador and Guatemala, well, basically another fight there in Central America. Not too important for us, I would say. Right, over there everything is fine. You here, can you get onto that as well? Just so that we have you go over there and be ready to deal with this stuff. Good, good, good. Right. We are extremely low on infantry equipment, and at this point actually manpower, so that is a big issue. But we are reorganizing our youth, and that should give us a couple of modifiers there. But basically we should be holding off from too harsh attacks anyway. Yes, yes, yes. Start Lantern Lease? Yes, I would love to get some support equipment. Okay, let's not attack here because obviously that is not going to lead anywhere. Right. This attack here I think will be useful for us. Could try to attack here, but let's be a little bit careful. Trade agreement with Norway. Norway isn't a member of the Reichspakt. A trade with Continental You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I think trade is a good idea. I think political power is a very good idea for us to be having. So yeah, let's try to do that. Right, cavalry can get out of here, while these purple units of Army number 2 are flowing back in. Now Spezia, you guys should be advancing further onto Florence, which you are, so that's very lovely to see. Can I grab about a half of you and ask you to go directly to Florence, just so that we're not wasting any time over here. This is finally flat lands, whereas this had all been mountains, which is obviously a little bit more difficult for us. Right, that is the next unit there. You're fighting over here. You're only supporting that though. Can you maybe bob this militia over here? That might be useful, wouldn't it? Right. One of you attacks here. Oh, and one of you attacks there. Of course, apparently these are 2 different provinces. I didn't quite see that. Right, okay. You've moved over there. That's okay. It's a very thin line that we are having over here now. But I think it's all in all pretty okay. Right, we have more units down here in Livorno. Livorno is not an urban terrain or anything. Does have a lot of UK units. Let's try to get around them. Like such. And then you can get down there to Florence, and then we have a very nice circle around there. 3 dockyards actually. Fantastic. Let's build up a couple of more convoys. That should be fine. Yeah, we've lost way too many submarines, and as one of you said, it's a little bit like Donut's experience in real life, of course. Right. Okay, we have apparently made it down here, and there is now a counterattack. Not too surprising actually, but is there an opportunity in that as well? Maybe if we can attack over here. Just drive up into these hills towards Lyon. I think that might not be the worst. It's only militia over there, but all in all these guys are still preparing. Okay, can you support this attack here please? Really need to drive them out of there. And likewise over here, I would love to circle around there. You're fine where you are. Some of these attacks really are not going anywhere, but Florence under attack. This is alright. Okay. Try to support this. just for a second over here, because I think if we overwhelm them, we have a much better chance there. These guys do have a lot of units still, so we need to be a little bit mindful of that. Still a lot of fighting up there. And yeah, our manpower is a very, very, very big issue. Okay. So we have beaten their counterattack back at least. Let's try to push up even further than with our troops. That could be helpful over there. Up over here, there's still no weakness in their line, so we can't really do anything with that. And over here, there are now too many troops over here, so that is not something that we can do. And that wouldn't be helpful at all. How likely is it that we're going to attack? That we are going to win over here? No, we might actually be winning. So let's try to put more troops into here, and that would cut these guys off, wouldn't it? So in that case, do continue this attack, even though I know it's a little bit pointless. These guys here are going to lose soon, and then the cavalry will fall very quickly after that. So yeah, I think that's going to be alright. This attack here onto this cavalry division, probably pretty pointless. You have attacked over there, but not sure whether we want to push uniformly into here. I think we'd much rather... At least that line down there is somewhat stabilizing, but that is also because a lot of troops are now being shifted towards our front, so you give, you lose. Right, you guys are pushing back, but are pushing them back a little bit. That's nice. We are very much short on a couple of things, in particular infantry equipment. We do need a lot more of that. Next 5 factories are going to go for 2 infantry equipment. We just need more. Oh, look at that. I think there is a small gap over here, isn't there? Lovely. Yeah, and you have now kicked these guys back, so that means that you gentlemen can join up in this attack. And hopefully reduce these guys a little bit to ashes. 90% now. That's good. Good, good, good. Only a single division up there. And you know what? You can attack Parma there. Let's have you attack over there as well. Pushing up a little bit. I think we're finally making some progress over here, which is definitely nice to see. Good. Yeah. Fantastic. These mountains up there were very hard terrain, it has to be said. So, yeah. You're doing fine over here. Can you maybe... Well, you know what? Actually do attack over there. You don't need to even support that. Right, non-aggression pack. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, sure. Do give me some stuff. Always appreciate that. And we might be getting into Parma and then potentially into even Modena over there. A little bit into their industrial bases. So that would indeed be nice to see. Yeah, although they are driving strong counterattacks down there. Again, over here on the French front, nothing much that they that we can do. Okay, we have pushed up over here. So far, so good. I think we can definitely try to push up into here as well. And let's have you support that attack as well. 97% good. Let's bring you down here. At the very least over here. And you guys can come up. And then what we're going to try to do is capture Lyon itself. It's going to be a tough fight because this is urban terrain. And they are reinforcing this position. I think it just might be worthwhile. Alternatively, we could try to strike them there. Capture a couple of divisions, but I don't think that's really going to happen. So yeah. Okay, all of the cavalry has now come up over here. Let's try to attack them. Trench warfare, very, very, very good. Let's see what else we can do. So let's research actually, not anything else. Right, trench warfare. We could go for Grand Battle Plan. Wouldn't be bad. On the other hand, what I'm really hoping to do is, I know it's very much ahead of time, but it's only 260 days, and this would be a much better aircraft than this one. Strategic bombing would go up by 50%. Production cost would actually go down. So honestly, yeah, I think we're going to go for the new strategic bomber over here, because that is the name of this series. Right, perfect, good. You guys are okay. You guys are pushing up there into these mountains and northern Italy. That's lovely to see. In the south you are holding out fairly fantastically, so that's good. Yeah. And you are being under attack all the time, but you know what? I think it's okay. Right. As long as we keep on advancing, potentially even into Bologna, which is their current capital. It wasn't their original one. But still, that would be great. Come on. Just finish off with this counterattack, these guys. And once these guys are spent, we're going to do another counterattack from our side. Right into Bologna. Come on. Yeah, and you should just be able to kick them out immediately. And that is nice. Right, you're going to go into the north. One of you is going to go to Ravenna, old imperial city. And that should conclude basically the stuff of these over here. During the royalty of Germany, the young chief Adam Sapi of the Wehi people lodged an awkward request. During our subjugation of East Africa, their tribal leader, Chief conducted a campaign of military resistance against our rule for 8 long years. After his death, his head was cut off and sent by the commander Tom von Prince to the Bremen Anthropological Museum. As part of his tour, Chief requested to visit the museum and see the skull. He asked that it is returned with him. Why would I get change in popularity of paternal autocracy for giving that back? Because it's a counter-reaction? Well, you know what? We are going to give that back, that skull. Okay. So the front line over here is a little bit awkward now, but all in all it seems to be alright. Let's actually stay here for the second though. I don't think we are going to win a one-on-one fight over there. Difficult enough as is in these mountains, and in fact it just doesn't seem viable. Right, all in all still okay though. You guys, can you get rid of this stupid tag line? Thank you. Let's try to do that slightly differently and define a new sort of cleaner version of that right here. And that is true for all of you, please. Good. Right. Oh, there we go. Socialist Republic has capitulated. Lovely indeed. So, yeah, still a couple of units around. Mostly actually UK troops and items like that. Still very lovely to see. Okay, but that does mean we have to deal with this slightly differently. So, let's get rid of this and that. So that's okay. Right, everyone here and you're part of this front line. Your job is going to be to take the coast. That should be relatively clear. You guys here, your job is going to be here. And just take that area. Right, good. There we go. I think that should settle that nicely. There are a couple of other units floating around, but basically I think we'll be able to get rid of these guys relatively quickly. Are you... No, it's just organization. Okay, fine. How are we looking in terms of infantry equipment? Much better now. Only minus 18,000, which is still a lot. Oh, look at that. Ottoman Empire winning its war. Good to see. Interestingly enough, you try to get a connection to these guys. We haven't really managed to do that. Let's try to attack you while you are distracted. And that might be useful over there. You're attacking us over here into these mountains. That's okay. I think we will be sending more reinforcements there. Up over here, things are... Ooh, interesting. So the French Kingdom of France has landed down here. No. Sorry, German East Asia. Interesting. So our allies from East Asia are doing their thing down there, which is a little bit funny to see. Honestly, you guys probably will not be able to make that, so that's okay. The Swiss have taken their province up there, which is slightly awkward, but all in all, not a big deal. You guys all streaming down there. French have reinforced their positions over here. And we are still attacking into Brest. Right. Bulgaria versus... And was that just... Did I see some partisan activity? Oh yeah. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, yeah. We do need to deal with this here quickly, and then we're going to send our cavalry onto anti-partisan duty. And that will have to work out. Bulgaria. Bulgaria against Iron Guard Romania. Well, Bulgaria, best of lucks. These guys here are a little bit fascist. Ooh. Spain is starting to be beaten back by the Carlists and the Commune. So, let's see whether we can help them out at some point. Okay, you guys are doing... Oh, you were beaten back. You're extremely low on strength now. Seems we do have a big issue with our combat abilities. Can you sort of flank them? Let's try to bring down the British over here. Can I ask you to be part of this here and just reinforce that position maybe? Right, interesting that they have landed over there really. Second Army just doesn't feel ready. Some divisions are still preparing. That's alright, we'll need to deal with that in due time. And we desperately need to organize our youth. Let's accelerate time here a little bit. I think we are fairly fine. Honduras has capitulated. And we have the advanced submarine hull. We're also getting the improved snorkel, so that's nice. It is mid-1938. I suppose military police would be good. Armor, we're not dealing with that. We do have some artillery. It is relatively new. Grand Battle Plan would be lovely, as would our doctrine. Strategic destruction. You have a benefit to that. Why is it still taking so long? We could also go for more industry, but you know what? I think strategic destruction is fine. That is what we are after all. Let's bet a little bit. We do have enough air experience as is, so that's okay. Yeah, 92% over there. Good. Japan announces her ambitions. Troubling for us because they are trying to build a new sphere over there as well. And apparently the French have just gotten a new level of intel, basically. Okay. Can you guys support this attack over here? I mean, you guys are encircled. You're not low on supply though. Jesus, you are being beaten all the time. Sending more troops into here. It's probably not a bad idea. Okay, you guys are part of this now, and you're attacking into there. Right, improved snorkel. There we go. So, that's good. That does give us a good submarine. New hull there. We have a doctrine. I think if we go trade interdiction, we should get some reduction in submarines. Submarine visibility. Torpedo reveal chance. Yeah, that'd be great. And submarine surface detection. Wouldn't be the worst. Engineering, yeah. You know what? Let's go for trade interdiction. And we are going to spend the costs over here for naval stuff. So let's go over here and design our new advanced submarine. So yeah, let's create a variant over here. We are going to give you the best snorkel possible. We're going to give you the best torpedo rooms possible. That's a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, fine. Best engine possible. And just as a naming convention, come on. Let's call this U3 300. So just that we know the first number is always going to be the type, so to say. So these guys do have enormous torpedo attack, 82, very low visibility. This is incredibly low, 3.5. This is gonna be a huge. These are gonna be amazing subs. Let's build a couple of these guys. Another one. There we go. Another one? No, not really. Yeah, not even this one. Fine. Good. Alright, these guys are just going to finish their stuff and then they're going to be done for. So that's okay. 3 currently damaged factories there. That is a little bit disappointing. Okay, still. And we do need some chromium. So who can deliver that to us? Someone who's close to us maybe? Russia, I don't think we want to subsidize Russia at the moment. Ottoman Empire, is anyone currently in neighbor? Ottoman Empire, not really, eh? Bulgaria. Sweden, you're allied to us actually, so yeah, let's ask you for that chromium, that's fine. Fantastic. Still a war going on over there. First army still over here. You guys are still doing well. Look at this. If we can get into nice, that'd be lovely. There are a couple of factories over there and stuff, so yeah, I think that wouldn't be the worst idea. Good, we are attacking them over there. Who are you? You're Australian? Finnish? I don't know. Why are you so strong? Okay, you know what? Let's edit the mode over here. We're gonna ask you guys here to withdraw actually towards over here. And you can stop this attack here for a second. Just rest up. Come on, stop it. Okay. Now let's attack them over here. And these marines are just dead. Okay, fine. Once you have captured this, do try to engage over there. You know what, you can directly attack into here. Maybe without the harbour they are going to be a little bit better. Right. Good. So, we are doing good stuff over here. Now let's take one of you here, the Ukrainians preferably, and attack into here so that they are not reinforcing nice, although someone has just done that. Still, that's okay. Right. Could attack into there. Doesn't seem like a good idea though. First army feels like it could do its job. Yeah, basically the manpower is a big issue. Manpower and just our infantry equipment is rising again, the deficit. Motorized equipment is starting to look a little bit better though, so that's nice. Suppose we can dial this down a little bit. And we do have 20 factories now for infantry equipment. Although improved artillery and all of that is starting to lag a little bit behind. Mostly due to the fact that, oh, we've got you, so that's good. Let's get you to deal with the partisans that we are seeing all over the place, basically. Now this is actually Germany. I think this is not though, so yeah. Over there, that's fine. You are here for partisan busting. Don't really have enough resources, but you know what, that's gonna be okay. Good. You know what, you can get one of these guys here as well. Yeah, we're gonna try to do that anyway, so that's fine. Over here, some of these battles are starting to look a little bit better now. So that's good. Let's try to attack there. Let's have you attack into Ravenna. Interesting to see that battle. These guys, I think Italy will be able to deal with that. Okay, now we are again under attack by these guys. And it just keeps on going really. But as we are bobbing these guys over there, I think we will be able to make some progress. Do we want to do anything over here? Well, well, well. How is our air situation looking over southern England? So they have a lot of AA. We've lost 7 bombers, most of them to AA. But we've also destroyed at least 60% of a factory, whatever that means. Still that landing going on here. Still losing this battle, but still doing fine overall. Let's bring you over here, try to defend there as well. Can I attack here? No. I don't know what kind of territory this is. Control the German Empire? Yeah, it just doesn't feel like that. Okay, you guys are part of this now. You can get over there. And you guys will be dealing with these guys shortly, I suppose. Come on. Just deal with it already. Good. You're coming down here. Are you part of this battle now? I wonder. Potentially. Weird. Very weird. Baltic Duchy wants to be more independent from Berlin. Angry? You know what? We're going to be fine with that. We are going to give you some independence. We are the good guys in this little Let's Play. And we are going to give them all the independence that they require. Good. Third Army did its job down here. Very well, actually, I think. It was tough fighting, and it was certainly that we lost a lot of equipment over here and stuff. But we have got them now, so that's good to see. We've also got knights over there. It's 3 divisions up here in these mountains, so let's stop the Ukrainians there. Way too many troops, way too many troops. French still has a lot of troops. That's still about 70, 80, probably 80 divisions. And they are not close to surrendering. Only 70%. So what should the Third Army do next? Most of you guys are extremely low on strength. You're lacking a lot of things simultaneously. You could just do partisan busting over here. Yeah, there are a lot of factories that are currently damaged. And just to be able to deal with that, well, we do need more manpower firstly. We could disband a couple of units. We are so short on manpower, and the most important fact is quenched militarism, modified to 75%. Also the fact that, of course, we are only on limited conscription. You would probably want to go to extensive conscription. I don't think we want to go to service by requirements or anything above that, but do need a little bit more political power for that. Wait a minute, why are you attacking over here? Weird. Right. We could try to force our way through, but I'm slightly concerned that that might not be the best idea. On the other hand, how many factories have they got? 42 or so. And I'm guessing not many of these... No, 20 of them are military factories. That's a lot of military factories for such a small nation, basically. I mean, we have 70 at this point. And of course we are building more and more, mostly in our homelands. Right. Control of German Empire. Something is off here. So I would like to give their territory to Sicilies, but I don't think I can. Have to see about that. Right. Third Army could go to the east. Russia is still potentially a threat, so that might be something that we want to deal with. On the other hand, I think Italy is really our main concern. Sorry, France of course is. Could try to get them down here. Open up another front here just by pushing through there. It's not the worst idea. On the other hand, I think you also deserve a little bit of a rest, so what we might actually want to do is set up a defensive line over here in these mountains for you. And of course, there is an offensive associated with that, but it's not going to be that meaningful. Can I ask you to hold? Yeah, fine. Now you're coming up over here. You want to take the railroad, do come here quickly. Can I assign you anything? Just guerrilla fighter. Not the best thing to assign, actually. Fine, and then once you're closer towards that, these guys here will have a slightly different setup. So you guys, what? Go on. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Your job is going to be to attack over here in the south. That's the 4th Army. And you are a little bit more focused on this down here. This is a stupid arrow. Yeah, there we go. That's much more like it. Good. You guys are coming up there very quickly, so I think we will not be too exposed here. Even though temporarily we might be a little bit. Let's get you over there. We don't want to lose our connection to... And we are, of course. Okay, one of you reinforce that. Pretty please. Let's also get into Turin. We don't want to lose that. You guys do come up there, please. And you are coming up there. Lovely, very, very, very good. Okay, I think that's a very good place to put in a cut. So, we've definitely cut down Italy to size. And I think we can be slightly optimistic here with France. You know what? I think this is slightly too close in color. Let's get you towards yellow. Yeah, that's more like it. Right, very good. So, I think we will definitely start a new offensive at some point soon. Why do you keep on attacking? We are going to start a new... Ah, I see, because you have the garrison area over here, and that includes foreign terrain. Fine, let's exclude that terrain and that should be fine. Good, yeah. So, it's looking better, I think. We will definitely be able to pull our submarines over here now, and we might be able to cordon off Great Britain much more effectively now. So I think that's a good result right there. And yeah, looking forward to next time, guys. Bye-bye.